Hello, my walkthrough is on Total War 3 Kingdoms, and I'll be going through the campaign for probably the first 2 turns or so of the campaign. So, let's start a new campaign. Now here's the new campaign screen where you would choose your faction to play in Total War 3 Kingdoms. So, for my walkthrough, I'll be going through the one of the recommended characters they prefer you play as, since his starting location is easy, Cao Cao. Cao Cao is a strategic mastermind. His playstyle focus is diplomatic manipulation, and as I said, it is a easy starting situation. His faction has credibility, so this is the faction's unique resource. It can enact devious schemes, incite proxy wars. As you can see, there's a text box, but I won't say what it contains. Deceives in diplomatic negotiations, influences diplomatic relations, credibility decays over time. So that means, as it says, this resource automatically decays each turn. The unique features of Cao Cao's faction is the Tiger Leopard Cavalry, so none of these units can be recruitable in the other factions. And so the Tiger Leopard Cavalry is a special shock cav, and Cao Cao's faction could also recruit a heavier version of the Tiger and Leopard Cav. A unique building the Cao Cao's faction has is the farming garrisons. It just, as this text box says, improves garrisons, food, military. The military district cost is subtracted and increases replenishment. All these terms will be probably explained when I launch the campaign. And we have a unique conscription building. And then we have schemes, which is the faction feature. Here is the noteworthy characters. We have Zahudan. He is a hot-headed officer. His general type is a champion. Another thing I'll explain when we launch the campaign. And then we have Zahudan, the maker of ways. His general type is Vanguard. So let's go to the character tab. So this explains Cao Cao's character information. So his traits are dutiful, ambitious, and as you also can see, there's this +8 authority, 50% desire for higher office. These are all campaign map mechanics I'll explain later. Suspicious. There's also a blue and red, but Cao Cao's character is a commander who excels at inspiring friendly troops, but weaker in melee. Best grouped with retinues of melee cav. Other than that, he is provided 2 spy slots, minus 25% in redeployment cost, and then minus 15% cost for cavalry. And here's the character background. And if I click here, show map, we have the map of China that Creative Assembly has made for us during this time period. So here is Cao Cao's starting location. And here is, and for the victory conditions, I must become emperor. To become emperor, I must bring all emperor seats under my control and own 95 counties. Vassal counties are also included within that count. So let's begin. And as it says, I must unite China.
Embers rise, stark against the night. The tyrant Dongzhuo wields the flames of destruction. Luoyang burns. Chaos ignites as the power of the eunuchs is crushed. In the pyre, the Han falters. Opportunity glimmers in the darkness. One's weakness is another's strength. Cao Cao observes and prepares. The moment approaches. Order will be restored, no matter the cost. China is in turmoil. The great empire of the Han, stretching back ages beyond counting, is being devoured by corruption. The Yellow Turbans, thousands strong, began raising their banners in rebellion and seizing commanderies across the realm. In response, generals loyal to the emperor rose up and put down the rebellion. Yet despite the victory, the chaos only grew. With the corruption at the very heart of the empire, the loyal generals stormed the imperial palace and killed the 10 eunuchs, the source of China's ills. In the madness, the warlord Dongzhuo seized the emperor. With the great warrior Lü Bu at his side, none dared oppose him. In response to Dongzhuo's brazen display, treason some call it, a coalition of warlords rose up, led by the charismatic Yuan Shao, to save the Han. Faced with united opposition, Dongzhuo retreated west to his stronghold of Chang'an, razing the old capital Luoyang to the ground as he fled. It is now the year 190 CE, and the coalition has all but collapsed. Warlords on all sides have seen opportunities to build their own fortunes from the chaos. Yellow turban remnants still stalk the lands, seeking the age of the yellow sky, whilst soldiers of fortune feel the change of fate on the wind and strike out on their own. The scales shift, and China hangs in the balance.
Alright, so that's some intro to the campaign. So let's continue.
The flames have run their course. Luoyang is nothing but rubble now. It is the work of the tyrant Dongzhuo, who now wields power unchecked. He absconds with the emperor in tow. He is barbaric, but not altogether unwise. As long as he controls the court, he controls the empire.
In peace, I shall be an able subject. In chaos, a crafty hero.
What of the coalition, my lord? They have...
The coalition is finished. They have lost their bite. But perhaps they can be rallied into something resembling their old strength. It seems that I must be the blade of China's justice. There is no other who can. Man's span of life, whether long or short, depends not on heaven alone.
And that's an intro to Cao Cao. So here we go. Establish your power. Here's some information. I won't be reading it, but I must be wary. I'll be reading the flags here. Be wary of Yuan Shu to the west and Tao Quan to the east. I must claim the neighboring Han Empire regions. Mission. I'm being pursued by Dongzhuo's men. Cao Cao prepares to fight. So I must engage Yuan Han, and I will get Taste of Victory. So I get for 3 turns, plus 30 military supplies, faction-wide, and +5 morale to my army, faction wide. So here, I believe this is the guy right here, Han Empire. Okay. So here is the campaign map of Total War 3 Kingdoms. So we have the, I think this is the province of Chen, and we need to, here's some buildings, assignments. So let's go over, well, here's the missions list. That's obvious, you can look at this, the mission again. Here is the character list. So I have Cao Cao. He's a commander, and here's all the attributes and stuff. So here is the color wheel of characters. Here are the attributes that they would be assigned. Since Cao Cao is a commander, he will be assigned the authority attribute, which increases satisfaction faction-wide and increases unit morale in his own retinue. So since he is a commander, it's circled, and he has more points in authority than any other attribute thing here. So he has more authority over expertise, resolve, cunning, and instinct. So since we know what commanders are, let's go to Zahudan, which is a champion. Champions are best used to engage enemy generals. However, they are weaker against units, so don't send them into a unit alone. They're best grouped with retinues of spear infantry and Gav infantry. The reason why is they don't have low health, but they don't do a lot of damage. They're not supposed to. Only to hero types. So I believe it's the Binding Fury. It does 15k splash damage only to a champion. Well, not a champion, a general when they are dueling. But I'll go over that in the battle phase of Total War. So it's pretty much it. Well, here's another one, Zahudan. He is a Vanguard. Vanguards excel at breaking through enemy troops. Like you should send them against enemy troops, and they'll do fine. They're best group, but they're weaker against other generals because they have little to no health. That's a good summary around it. Simple summary. But they are best grouped with retinues of shock cav and pole arm cavalry. And here's a little of the skills you can assign once they level up. And here's also, you could equip weapons, armors that you can get within the campaign. You just equip them by pressing equip on the weapon you want to equip. They could get better horses, followers, which gives them some buffs, like +2 resolve, +4 cunning. And here's some accessories, gives them more buffs. Here is my settlement. Here's some building. Well, here's the conscription office, and once again, the game tells you what it buffs and what it debuffs when you build it. So it gives you a lot. I have some Han Empire regions. That's where I need to take. But here, I will then go to my armies list. This is where you can see if you have multiple armies, you can immediately go to them and see where they are on the map. But we only have one here, so it only goes to the one army, Cao Cao. And then we have the commanderies. The commanderies is basically your settlements, as I've seen here, and you could quickly go through them all and see what's inside that commandery. So here is the other ones. the Han Empire ones. You can quickly click and we'll zoom in into that requested settlement. So here's known factions. Here's some known factions we have. And then here on the top is a faction summary. And how you become emperor is you must gain some prestige, which is probably through capturing and expanding settlements or by constructing special buildings. And also the game tells you if I level up to second marquis, I can adjust the faction-wide tax level, and then I unlock the option, a diplomatic option, to create coalitions with other factions. And here's some of the upgrades to the other titles, and I become emperor. Why don't we start with the battle? I believe I've done everything that I need to do during this turn. So let's do a battle.
To war!
Yuan Han is so close to me. And also here is the circle of movement. I can't move my character out of the circle. Well, it's technically I can't move beyond the circle, if that makes any sense. So we can attack him this turn. So let's attack him.
There is no sense.
So here is Cao Cao, and I'm attacking the Han Empire. I have superior forces. It will become a decisive victory. What's low? The predicted casualties is low, so I can delegate and not suffer many casualties. But for this instance, I will probably delegate this one because there's not a lot of this won't be an interesting battle to watch. So I'll delegate, which essentially auto resolves, and since my advisors predict a decisive victory, I will win the battle. So I'll delegate. There's some animation here. And it said I won. Decisive victory. Okay, here we go. And I got some... And I captured the general. Let's see. So, he has some traits. I believe I should keep him, because he sorta has some good traits for now. Yeah, I'll keep him.
I value true talent.
So, I've captured some troops. I can either ransom them, which gives me income. I can seize the supplies, which gives me +8 to military supplies. I can recruit them for 4% replenishment, which is the way to replenish your army. I will replenish.
You fight for me.
So military success. Taste of victory. Taste of victory. Alright, that is success. Glorious victory. I gained 1,250 for EXP for Cao Cao. Another mission is issued. Okay, so he wants me to capture Chen. I will get the support of the people. So with that, I get for 3 turns +5 to public order in all commanderies, +25 faction support faction wide. So that is good. Okay. So here is the updated movement of circle of movement. Since there is no longer an army near me, the movement circle is also determined by this green bar I'm pointing at. Since it's barely used, I still have this amount of movement for my army. So that means I can attack the Chen, what is this? A livestock farm. Okay. Let's go attack.
I will rid China of strife. Attack!
So here I am attacking the Chen livestock farm. Here's the map view. And here we go. And here's the farm. I can start the battle. Why don't we start the battle? This time I'll start the battle, but evidently I'll probably win.
China is in chaos. Yet through this chaos, I have found opportunity. These people, these bickering people, they stack so well. It makes them easier to order, to control. I alone will bring peace to China. Those who stand against me will vanish.
Another narration from Cao Cao gets into his personality. But let's continue. So here is the deployment phase of the battle. Now this is a real-time strategy, so it's not always going to be like this. So in the deployment phase, I could basically move any unit anywhere within this green rectangle. So that's all I can really do. There's really nothing very complicated because this is not even a really hard battle necessarily. But with my reform I unlocked, I could put in oil and stakes, but I don't think I need them. So I will not use them. But here's my setup for this battle. I don't think I need to go into any deep setup, army setup for this. It's really easy. There's only like 4. I have like, what? There's only 4. I have 2 more retinues of men compared to them. Oh. And the AI spawned over there. Okay. Why don't we drag all my army over there? And as you can see in the battle, the game will highlight where your units are going. But as you can see, there is a, when I press the spacebar, I'm pressing the spacebar, it highlights where what those units are. With the icon here. So swordsmen are swordsmen. That's a spearman right there. And that's archers. So let's hurry this up a bit. So they are just cornered waiting for me. I'm doing an alt drag. Another advanced movement for armies that I can keep formation. I'll just bait them. So what I'm trying to do here is I am using my archers. So when they get in range, they'll start firing, and hopefully with the AI, they will just charge my army. That's what I'll try to do. I really don't risk a lot of my men. So let's move you up a little bit. There we go. Hopefully you're in range now. No. There. Right now I'm using the arrow keys to just shift them forward. Hopefully they'll start firing. As you can see, this green box, wedge shape, is their firing range. I'm trying to get them, or I could order them to fire. I just want them to fire, but I want them outside of the enemy's archer range. As you can see with the red wedge box. And now they're firing. Okay. They're staying. Okay, well, my archer's already firing. So let's charge the sabers militia into battle. And then with my cav, I'll just point them all the way back so they can hit the archers, and the enemy archers in the back. And then they could charge the G militias in the back as well. So my swordsmen will keep them. I'll just keep them. Here's one. Okay, let's hit the archers now. Let's send in Zahudan to battle, and then Cao Cao. With Cao Cao, I can buff them with a unifying earth, which with it gives them 1,900% of charge resistance, and then 100% of melee evasion, and then also that makes them unbreakable for 30 seconds. So, oh, the archers are now routing. That's good. And then let's point my calves right at the G's in the back. Let's zoom in to see the charge. See the charge here. Oh! Oh, they're running now. Ooh. There we go. That was easy. Now that is some military strategy. Okay. Let's claim victory. That's pretty much
My tactics were
the
unmatched.
battle experience in Total War 3 Kingdoms. Now this is the settlement capture screen. I can either occupy, loot and occupy, sack, and withdraw. I would like to occupy because I need this for my commander. These both will, you need to think strategically to what you want to do. I can give here are some pointers with sack and withdraw. I would only use sack and withdraw when I want to hamper an enemy faction resources, because they have to rebuild that and repair it, rebuild everything, so that will drown their money and stuff. And I also get a lot of income from it, and military supplies. That's why I would use sack and withdraw. But this time I would use occupy, because I need it for my commander.
Taking the settlement.
Alright, now we have supportive people. And I got more experience. Now I need to construct or upgrade a building in the Chen. Okay. So I will build a government support, because in the settlement system, if you see a lot of green here, it's probably recommended. It's more of agricultural commandery, because also you can see how it favors livestock farms. Well, it has livestock farms, and then has another farmland. So a lot of food could be produced here in the Chen commandery. So that's why I would build the Drifter Farming Camp, which increases food production by 25%, and it increases income from peasantry to 10%, by 10%. And that is basically the end of the turn. So next turn, I will end. Time to end the turn. Okay. And as you can see up here, there's a lot of factions, and it goes really fast. It kind of depends. The turn timer is probably mostly based on your computer, how it can process all the turns, but it quickly goes through them. Okay, so here is mission success. I upgraded. Well, no, I constructed a building in Chen, and now I have your economy grows. So that increases my turns by. For 3 turns, it subtracts 20% of construction cost, and it -1 to the construction time, because construction time is based off turns. So I get -1 off of whatever the construction time of the building was. Now I have a new mission. An army is called. Cao Cao looks to lead. I must maintain a total of 12 units at the start of a new turn. You may not be able to see me getting this, because I might be ending it after this turn, the walkthrough. But let's go. So I'll be ending the. Actually, probably not. Let's increase my retinue by 2. Okay, so what do I need more of? why don't we recruit this medium halberd infantry, and then for Zahudan, since Zahudan is a champion and he favors spearmen, we'll give him the spearmen. Oh, well, I want some more spear guard. Wait, yeah, more spear guard. There we go. And since my army needs replenishment, I would like to move up right at the border of where the enemy is, well, the control, so I can still replenish here. That's good. I'll add more just to complete the retinue here. There we go. Okay.
The peasants
So I'll wait
hard
for the next turn.
and produce
I guess I'll upgrade this building while I'm at it. See that okay. And I believe that's all I can really do. I upgraded the farming building. Hopefully I get more garrison compared to what I have here. So let's end the turn. You could also, since it's the second turn, I could also see who... Oh, and also I know more people apparently. As you can see, there's a lot more factions I can view here. But not much I can do right now. Liu Cheng wants a non-aggression pact. Why don't we sign it?
Greetings.
No aggression on my...
We approve this.
Northwest side. Well, right near me. So that's good. Oh, and we also completed the mission I told you I wouldn't complete, but I did. I should now hold 3 settlements. I only hold 2. If I do hold 3 settlements, my credibility increases +5 for 3 turns. And here's the credibility bar right here. But let's end the turn. So I'll be hitting the Huron livestock farm, I believe. Oh, and the Han. They're making it a big battle, huh? I didn't expect this. Ooh, we have. Here is. I didn't realize this would happen, but this is a unique event with Cao Cao. There's Creative Assembly knows the historical events of the 3 kingdoms, so they added some events so I can bring in a unique character, Yue Jin. He was one of Cao Cao's 5 elite generals, so I can elevate him. So that means I recruit him, and also I get +10 replenishment. So I elevate him. So he's now recruited. So I can, technically speaking, recruit him into this army. Let me see, he's right here. Yue Jin, he's right there. So I could recruit him into my army. I will, because it does seem like right here I have 2 army stacks plus the garrison. So I should probably recruit him just to be safe. And since he is, I think I didn't go over this, but he is a sentinel. Sentinels excel at locking down enemy generals, so they're basically good at attacking them. The counter if they're doing anything crazy on your own army, or they could hold down a choke point and hold the line in your infantry line. They're best grouped with Gav infantry and melee. So here, melee, and also what makes it really easy for beginners to play is they color code everything. So melee infantry are color coded with purple. So I'll just load. Oh, and that's all I can really do since my income is at 152. I guess recruiting Yue Jin was really expensive. I didn't even look at the price. But here we go. So hopefully,
prepare for war.
But since they are here, and I don't believe I have a night battle, do I? No, I don't. No, they do. None of them have a night battle. Let's equip some accessories first. Okay, so since they are here and I can't night battle, I can either... So I'll also go over the stances. You have 4 stances in 3 kingdoms for your army. You can either march, which is force march, so you gain 50% more replenishment, but fatigue in battle is locked to below tired. Then you have ambush, which conceals your armies for those surprise attacks. I could encamp. I become like him and I stand like this and I get military supplies and replenishment. Or for the last stance, I get replenishment. I have everything's normal, so it's everything default. But I would like, it's either they,
I alone possess the vision to lead.
2, 3. I can theoretically win this.
Excised.
But I would rather have more troops. So I'll just stand here. Well, I'll see what the AI does. I know this might not be the best choice, but it's whatever. I can deal with it. Taekwondo wants a non-aggression pact, and they'll give payment, but they want my forged iron scale. To that, I reject.
So be it.
Oh, and they're running. He's running now, for some reason. That helps. That helps the attack here for my final attack for this walkthrough. Okay. Me waiting lowered the amount of men I have to face. So I will charge. And also I got some replenishment, so my number is also increased. So let's attack. Okay, so here we go. With our superior forces, this is also a bigger battle. So we have... They have 2,222 to my 2,770. My advisors still predict a decisive victory, but my casualties remain low. To that, I will start the battle because this is a bigger battle. It may require more strategic thinking, but it's basically still the same map layout as the livestock farm, because I'm attacking another livestock farm. So let's take control and fight the battle.
I see truth in our purpose, and so, to victory!
And you can see here,
be knowledgeable.
Your generals would also, it's like their speech to their men.
Be wary,
here.
be cautious. They are not friends.
I am here to fight you, not listen to this nonsense.
Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's go through our battle phase. Alright. So, they're still outnumbered, but I do have a lot more men. So let's have my melee infantry, the purples, go in the front. Who's having in the front? And my spearmen will be in the back. Well, actually, more precisely, well, everybody was selected. They're selected. So let's go. Let's put my spear guard at the end to protect the flanks if there's any cav, even though I have cav. But I want them more wider. So that's really it. I still have one archer. That's fine. That's fine. Let's start the battle. Okay, here we go. Let's select all my units. Let's do an Alt left click to move them up like this. I know this is not the best strategy, but it always works against the AI. And also, there is a if you press tab, there is a tactical view, so you can see them like in a map view. You can see how the unit icons keep moving and see what they are. Like these are axe, this is a cav, spear cav, these are spearmen. Here's my generals. Here is a strategist. Strategists are they're heavily towards the blues, which are archers, so they benefit the archers in ammo. But they have a lot of archers here. But with, I believe I should be able to, what do you call it? Hold the line here, still. I want my archers to go in a loose. I'll make them go to me. I will then fill up these gaps with my spearmen, so any cav, which is right here, or enemy cav, cannot go through my line in some other way. I'll patch all these lines, so they can't outflank me. Okay, my generals are ready. Ready and waiting. So Yue Jin, the Sentinel, he has a special ability, a buff, that allows him to buff any unit in the circle with 50% range block checks. So hopefully that will block out some of the arrow fire. Okay. So we must start attacking, lead the routing. But I want to use my cat. Where's my cat? I want to outflank the archers. Okay, so I'll start attacking. Okay, let's start attacking the G infantry. Activate. Okay. Then the axes should just attack something. Okay, my horses, my cav. Let's make them go all the way in the back. All the way in the back. I don't want the AI to focus on them because they're so out of like range. It's trying to hit whoever's behind here. I don't want to attack them yet. I need to make sure that my ooh, that's not a good choice, Not a good choice. Do not charge your cav into spears. Spears are good against cav.
Impressive, not foolish.
Here's my general. I could send them in, but let's see what needs help. I believe here needs help. So let's send Yue Jin and Zahudan. And let's put the buff themselves out. Okay. Cav should join in the fight. Hit the archers. Here, I'll give you some cool camera angles. Here we go. Okay, let's send these spear guard. There we go. Okay, send Cao Cao to hit the archers. There's my heavy tiger and leopard calf going in. They're going in. Charging. There we go. Oh, and see that number collapse. Look at it. Drops. It's just dropping.
Make ready.
Let's buff my knees again. Look at that Cav. Oh, Cav again. Cav. You're moving.
Feel yourself!
Oh, they're routing a mass rout, but the general's still around. He's shaking. He's just shaking. Okay, where's you agent? Let's attack. They're strategist. Strategists also are weak against any unit. Any unit, they have less health, but they do, with their buffs, they do debuffs. So I select him, the strategist here. I could look at him. He has this Stiffering Diverge, which in the circle, within the blue circle, I can't do anything with my abilities, so it's always going to be a +5. So until he's either gone, or he leaves, or my general is out of the circle, he will keep emitting this debuff on my general. And everyone's routing besides this cat. What's going on here? They just keep charging in. But it's spear. What did they expect? There you go. They're done. Bye. Okay. You agent, attack him again, please. Okay. There. Oh.
Come on! Surely you could do better.
And here's also the farms. They put some detail in the farms too. And we also have some battle dialogue among the generals here. So that is the final battle. It wasn't really climactic, but that's some more in-depth battles in Total War. And there we go. Let's claim the victory. End the battle. Okay, that was eventful. And here in the end of battle screen, we have the amount and my kills for my units. Okay.
My tactics were unmatched.
Yeah, okay. So I deployed that number. I lost this many. This is my remaining, and I captured 326. So I would probably occupy this one again. Need that food.
Enjoy the spoils.
But my credibility increases because I captured a settlement. Ooh, it's time to assign another character on assignment. But I believe this finishes my walkthrough. I didn't want to get too complicated in this walkthrough, just like the basics and some gameplay. So this is the end of my walkthrough on Total War 3 Kingdoms.